exhibition. There we are, for anybody who's cynical and who doesn't believe it. There we go, right, we'll go off down to the exhibition. Yeah. I won't read it out, just pause it if you want to watch it. And then all the details about the exhibition and who helped put it on. I won't read it, but I'm sure you only have to go back and see the footage of October the 7th to realise exactly what went on.
בסוף הטרנס זה איזושהי תרבות שבטית מאוד עתיקה, שהיסוד שלה לאורך כל השנים, שהבינו אותו האנשים הכי פשוטים, זה שכשאתה מתחכה על קצב פעימות הלב, זה הרגע שנעים לך.
זה קהילה נודדת שמחוברת לאדמה ברמה הכי גבוהה שיש.
מוזיקה הטובה באמת היא לא לאוזניים, היא לפה.
והתקשורת בין האנשים הלא מילולית היא חוויה שבאמת קשה להסביר אותה. פשוט מסתכל לאנשים בעיניים, ואתה רואה כמה טוב להם וכיף להם, ואיך הם נהנים לחגוג את החיים.
מהרגע הראשון שאתה יוצא מהרכב, אתה כבר מתמלא.
פשוט מגיעה ורואה אנשים שבאו נטו בשביל לשמוח, בשביל ליהנות.
אחלה אנשים. אחלה אנשים.
אנשים בסך הכל באים לרקוד, כל הגילאים, כל רמות החיים, יש מחיילים לאנשי הייטק ומורים וגננות ומנהלי בית ספר, ויש הכל מהכל, אנחנו רק רוצים לרקוד.
מה שיפה בעולם הזה של הטרנס, ושאתה מסתכל על מישהו לידך ברחבה, זה בכלל לא העניין מי הוא, מה הוא. אם באותו רגע הוא רוקד איתך, אז זה אומר שאתם שני אנשים שווים ביקום הזה.
מין תחושה של חופש, של אהבה, של שחרור, מקום שכל אחד יתקבל בו בברכה ותוכל לעשות בו מה שרק תרצה.
יש שזו תחושה שהכל אפשרי. שאתה פשוט יכול להיות מי שאתה ולשחרר ופשוט להיות.
תחושה של מיקרוקוסמוס, ניתוק מהעולם החיצון וכניסה לתוך העולם שלנו, לעולם של הנובה.
נובה למעשה זה חדש, זה משהו שנולד כאילו. האירוע עם הפקה בינלאומית שבאמת טובי אנשים במדינה מכל המינים ומכל הרבדים ומכל הצבעים וממדינות שונות. אתה מגיע לפנינה של טבע ואתה הופך אותה לפסטיבל. אנחנו קהילה עם ערכים משותפים. אחווה, רעות, קבלת האחר, אהבת הסביבה, כל הערכים שהיינו חולמים שהעולם מתנהל ככה.
חברים שלי מהעולם שהיו איתי בפסטיבלים האלה, הם אומרים לי, איכשהו תמיד בנובה, הכי כיף. אתם משהו. האנרגיה שיוצאת מכם היא מטורפת.
הנובה הייתה מאוד מאוד יפה. הבנייה שלה היא ממקום של אהבה, של ערכים.
משהו שאיחד את הנובה זה הניקיון, זה איכות הסביבה וזה הקהל. זה ללכת ברחבה ושכולם מחייכים. זה גם משהו שאמרתי לו, עמרי, בנובה האחרונה, אמרתי לו, לא ראיתי אנשים כל כך יפים כאילו בכמות כזו.
אני מסתובב בתוך רחבה כזאת ואני כל הזמן מחוייך. אין עוד מקום או פסטיבל שהייתי בעולם שאתה מקבל את התחושות האלה. פשוט משהו נפתח אצלך.
בצעד הראשון בתוך המקום, אתה מבין שהגיע משהו מחו"ל לארץ.
כשאתה מגיע, אתה מרגיש בבית. השבט הוא מדהים.
לא משנה, את מסתכלת ברחבה מלאה באנשים שמקרינים לך אור ושמחה וטוב.
מחזה מטורף, אורות, לדים, שורת מרקט, במה אחת פתוחה שעובדת, מתחילה קצת להתמלא באנשים, קנטות שמתחילות להתמלא בצחוקים. ורקדנו, וכולם, כל רגע מישהו אחר בא אליי ואומר לי, תשמע, אין מה שעשיתם פה, זה כאילו, זה וואו, זה מטורף. לא ראיתי דברים כאלה, זה... כולם התרגשו וכולם, העיניים שלהם נצנצו.
וואו, מה זה? וואו!
זריחה במסיבה, זה הרגע.
הזריחה, זה פרפרזה של כל הסיפור, כאילו.
אנחנו רוקדים בחושך. אז אנחנו לא באמת רואים את האנשים שלידינו. עד שהאור של השמש מגיע.
בזריחות יש רגעי קסם. יש רק את המוזיקה ורק את השמש, ומשהו אנרגטי אי אפשר להסביר אותו.
ואז כל האנרגיה הזאת של האנשים שרוקדים פתאום הופכת להיות עיניים. העיניים הם מראה לנשמה. אתה רואה נשמות נוערות.
אנחנו עכשיו מדברים על השעה 6:15, 6:20 בבוקר, והכל מרגיש נכון, והכל פשוט מדהים.
הרגיש ששום דבר לא יכול להשתבש.
ממש, הכי בטוח שיש.
הכל טוב מדי.
והייתי חייב ללכת לרחבה, כי וואו, אני לא ראיתי בן אדם אחד בלי חיוך.
רחבה בועטת, זריחה, מהיפות שהייתי בהם לאחרונה.
כולם רוקדים בטירוף, משהו באמת קיצוני ביופיו. כאילו ידענו שזה יהיה הריקוד האחרון.
אני עולה לבמה, לוחש לי ירין, תעצור את המוזיקה עכשיו, בלי מקום לשיקול דעת. זה היה פשוט הזוי, באמת הזוי.
We're just about to enter the main exhibition showing the mayhem of the Nova Festival. The videos of some of the charming Hamas people. There's videos on, all surrounded by the original stuff from the exhibition, showing those wonderful Hamasians. How these people, like some of these politicians, can say it never happened, and still waiting for the likes of Jeremy Corbyn and Zara Sultana to apologise. And it's just so harrowing, absolutely, and just, oh crikey. See more people here on videos running from these Islamists. And you can see here one of the things showing the... You see, the Hamas people, they post it on social media, and yet still certain people like the Philistine sacramental Codswallop still insist it never happened. And there's actual mobile phones here that were recovered from the festival itself. And you just think to yourself, you've got people like the Greens and your party who are just, you know, they're positively evil, and yet they're allowed to get away with all their lies. I think really people like Zara Sultana and Jeremy Corbyn should be made to come here and have a look and see what their friends did in Israel on that day of this peaceful concert where all the youth were getting together. Yeah, make people like Richard Bergen from Leeds come down here, and I do say it, that vile deputy leader of the Greens, Mothin Ali, tell him to come down here with his wife and see exactly what's happening and see how safe he is in Hare Hills and Gipton as he spreads his hate and lies. People get very annoyed. Well, a lot of people get very annoyed, and rightly so, but they have this sense of entitlement that because they're from a minority that's fastly becoming a majority, 4.2 million and goodness knows how many others coming in illegally, they think they can get away with it. And they're supported by this nonsense that's called ADI. You should come and see this. This is a burnt out car from the... Come and see it for yourselves, all you haters. You PSC people and you BDS people who haven't even a clue what river and what sea you're trying to chase the Jews from. Come on, you come and have a look at this. And here's more over here. I mean, it's just... We'll go over here to have a look. I mean, look at this. What would happen if you went to Glastonbury? If you went to Glastonbury and you were attacked by the IRA, would you sit back and do nothing? And then blame it on the attendees at Glastonbury and say it's not the IRA's fault? And this is what's happening. You've got, is it 38 Sinn Féin members? I'm not blaming them, but 38 Sinn Féin members in the Dáil in Ireland, where Ireland has now become the most anti-Semitic country in Europe, one of the most anti-Semitic. Make them come and watch this exhibition, and then ask them afterwards what they think. They say, there you are, there's your evidence. Do you expect to park your car up and have it turn out like that? Going to a music peace festival with kids? Yeah. There we are, your party and Greens. Still waiting for an apology. Come on, Carla Denyer, take your finger out and admit it. Yes, it didn't happen. Yeah, that's all they can say, these haters. There we go. And I direct this at you, Corbyn, Sultana, Bergen, Mothin Ali. These are all the people killed. Palestine Solidarity Campaign, yes, these are the people killed. The BDS movement, yes, these are the people killed. And yet the PCS had the nerve to arrange a rally on the 8th in London against Israel before there was even any mention of retaliation to try and get the hostages back. The PSC, yes, modern day 1933 Nazis, nothing but fighting a cause for people using blame culture. If they only put as much effort into trying to get a little bit of peace going instead of their stupid hate marches on the street every week for only Israel. Never Sudan, never Yemen, never the Christians killed in Nigeria, none of the 55,000 now, is it, murdered by the Iranian regime, which Mothin Ali of the Green Party supports, I should add. 55,000 people in Iran killed for no reason, not being attacked by a group like Hamas, not being attacked by a group like Hezbollah, which by association Mothin Ali supports, because if he supports the IRGC, he supports all the proxies. Here's some of the actual footwear from, this is just so harrowing. Come on, Sultana, Bergen, Corbyn, come on. Grow some balls and come down and watch this and continue supporting Hamas and Hezbollah and Boko Haram and the IRGC in Iran. I dare you. You just, when you see this exhibition, you suddenly realize what miserable, vile MPs, and there's 52 of you in Parliament, why you shouldn't be MPs. You're a blot on the social and political landscape. Yes, you Bergen, you Corbyn, you Sultana, you Yaqub, and the MP for Batley and Dewsbury, quite happy MPing in Batley, while the teacher who had the temerity just to use a cartoon as an illustration for a lecture has been in hiding for 5 years from the grammar school with his family, fearing for his life because of a cartoon. Is that really a religion? Where a cartoon, yes, you can say all you like about Jews, about Christians, about Hindus, but dare say anything against one particular religion and you get a fatwa, a death threat. You have to leave home. You have to go into hiding for 5 years. Well, you've got an MP who happens to be in a group of people who feel overprivileged, who will do nothing about it, and yet he's an MP in Parliament. Is this right? I don't think it is. Just take in all this stuff. I'm just going to go around again. Take in all this stuff and just see. You miserable 52 MPs who sign these stupid letters from Corbyn and Bergen and Corbyn and Sultana. Do they do any work for their constituency? No, they're too busy worrying about just their mythical land of Palestine. They never bother about anything else. Stop the War Coalition. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, stop the war. They go out on a Stop the War march, which presumably refers to Iran, and yet these idiots and the RMT union leader, all they go on about is Israel. Stop buying this, stop buying that. And yet they're very happy. Corbyn won't give up his Intel processor or his phone, neither will Sultana. Well, Sultana's always on her phone. She gets £98,000 a year to stay on her phone and on social media. An average of 1,500 messages every year, just about Israel. Nothing about Coventry South. And Corbyn, yet again, Islington North. What does he do for Islington North in his big house? Wants all the immigrants to come in. Yet he and his wife rattling around in the £2 million house. Do they offer to put any immigrants up? No, not in my backyard. While he's on his Israeli smartphone with the technology of the smartphone, his Pentium processor, and at his age, 77 is he, I think he is, he's probably on drugs, life-saving and life-enriching drugs from Israel that he won't give up. He won't give those up. These people need to be rooted out of British society. They haven't got any British values, and they need to take all their friends with them. And the PSC needs to be prescribed, not as a terrorist group, but as a deeply anti-Semitic, racist group. You can't have all this nonsense about equality and racialness and all this business when you've got these MPs spreading their hate only against Jews. And there's a reconstruction here of the stage. Everybody came just to have a nice, enjoyable time. You can see some of the people here all commemorated here. Words like heartbreaking don't cover it enough. I know I went off on a tirade about the politicians, but those politicians here, they're encouraging Manchester attacks. They're encouraging attacks on Jews in London. They're encouraging attacks on community ambulances, which, incidentally, Mr. Corbyn and especially Miss Sultana, those ambulances serve everybody in the community, not just the Jewish community. Unlike certain people, they don't discriminate against one particular member of the community, unlike the BDS. The BDS membership will be quite happy if an ambulance has to come, a Hatzalat ambulance has to come and collect them. They won't care, yet they'll use it. And we just continue around the remainder of the exhibition. Can put on the headphones to listen, but I think it's moving enough without having to listen to the horrors that went on. And the Nova Foundation here is still supporting people. 250,000 people so far at memorial events. I'm sure it's probably gone up since then. I have read this. I've been around once and now I'm just coming around so you can see what it is. I won't read it out to you, but it goes into all the details of what the great people from the Nova Festival have done. And there's something else which I did notice on the first time round, that the people left behind. Yes, you 52 MPs, you've never mentioned the people left behind, have you? No, you haven't. Why not get the £11 billion back from Hamas to cure the starvation that doesn't exist in Gaza? Watch the alternative channels where the people from Gaza themselves are posting what a wonderful time they have. Overweight people busy stuffing themselves with kebabs. You never put those out, do you? Or those selling gold, so-called limited edition smartphones that they sell in Gaza. Yes, Gaza, the supposed open prison, now selling gold-plated special edition phones. You don't put that out, do you 52 MPs, you hypocrites? You're just dreadful, total waste of time.
So in this video you can see how Israeli we are, like laughing about the situation, and there's like still rockets from above our heads, and there's mixed feeling. Tomer here is already getting anxious about the situation. Shmuel is saying how beautiful the sunrise is. By the way, those kind of festival, the sunrise is the moment we're all waiting for. This is the peak of the festival.